Hey, everyone. It is Jane A from the Let's Get Loud podcast. Hello. Boo, 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 boo.
Oh, hey, girl, hey.
You know what? I still play Let's Get Loud at Spin.
Oh, wow. Still going there.
Still going strong. And you know what? I give them a little pep talk now. So I don't just let the song play because then the song just plays and you're not having that moment that I want you to have in your brain. So it is about getting louder. I want people to get louder. I'm like, who do you want to be today? How are you going to feed your soul? How are you going to feed your body? You know, you already moved your body. Are you going to prioritize you today? You already did that, but basically set yourself up for today.
So we're really getting a lot out of this spin class.
There's a lot happening in that spin class for sure. It's a big vibe. It's big energy.
We need to look in the calendar to see on our tour when and which spin studios we can go
Apparently
to.
We're doing 7 of them because everyone's sending messages and I'm like, shit, how many spin studios can there be up north?
Okay, this is what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, guys, we're going on tour. Like, where do we go? And people are like, there's nothing here. But literally every single town has told me, but there's this spin studio.
Yeah, spinning is definitely, it's a thing. It's like Goji's right now. I don't know if if everyone's going to last. I'm not sure, but there's something.
Goji's hit it real hard, real fast.
Peachy.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a new business coming to Shediac. Oh, wait. St. Louis Bar and Grill is coming to Shediac, but there's another restaurant that they told me, and apparently it's going beside Second Cup. And I was like, hopefully a business will make it. And they're like, oh, was there other businesses? I'm like, yes, 17 of them. There was a frozen place, and then there was a fried chicken place, and they're like, wait. It's like, yeah, we tend to forget. I always feel bad for businesses that don't make it. Obviously, it makes me so sad.
Yeah, it's one of your things. It's like staying married, and
I always get so sad, you guys, when people get divorced. I just want to say that out loud. I don't
more
even know
sad
them.
Than what is appropriate for someone that doesn't know.
For a stranger. And it's not because I'm like, oh, you did something wrong or whatever. In my mind, I'm like, oh, I know how much that must hurt. You know what I mean? It's like, I feel the hurt. I'm like, oh,
You do. Yeah. I that trend that the people did where they told people their favorite people had died. I should do that with you and not tell you and film your reaction, but tell you your favorite couple got divorced.
If you tell me that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds get divorced, oh, ben, je passe pas à travers.
Now I've said it, I can't do it, but it would be really funny. Real funny.
You could in a month. In a month, j'oublie que comme on avait dit que t'allais peut-être faire ça, là, tu sais.
When Goji's changed their formula to you don't pay by how much it weighs, they lost me.
Oh, okay. I see why they changed that formula, honestly. I mean, my ice cream was always about $13. So that made I'm happy about it because now I can do whatever I want for $8. But you enjoyed the $3 ice creams, right? But honestly, there's more people like me in the world than you.
Okay.
And everything is so I don't know if I'm tuning in more and shit that I buy that I'm like, how is this water bottle $7? And then I'm like I went to Subway yesterday, just Dia and I had a salad. She had no cookie, no chip, a sub, a salad, and 2 drinks, $28. And I'm like, that is $28. That's a lot for one meal, one moment. After that, c'est fini, là. And it was so big, I went right into the toilet, no. You know what I mean? Because I was so full.
So it looked delicious though.
Oh ben, Alicia. Oh, c'était bon.
Was there dressing on there that had lots of dairy in it by any chance?
Oh, there could be. There was one dressing that was brand new. It was called green flavor, green fun. It was a fun word. I was like, ooh, let's put that one. J'ai tout mis. Il y avait rien. J'ai même mis des peppers comme que t'aimes, les banana peppers.
Yes.
I even had that. Yeah.
And
I was so hungry. You know, when you're so hungry, you're you can put whatever you want on there, anything, just put food in my mouth. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
All that to say, okay, hi. Okay, today, you guys, we're talking about something that is going, it's very well connected to last podcast, which was I'm jealous. because it's perception, right? But perception is even deeper than just saying I'm jealous. You can say I'm jealous and then you kind of move on with your life, but perception. So here's the thing. I was watching, these are the show I watched while I was in the plane. So much TV. So much. So I finished all of Love is Blind. Do you want to talk about it?
Yes, I'm so glad you
Okay.
just said that.
Okay.
Okay, what did you think? Did anyone surprise you at the marriage ceremony?
No, no one
Okay.
surprised me. I think I'm more surprised. Like I'm always like, yeah, but I need longevity. I need long term. It's like when I see a transformation and someone is, sharing that they've lost 50 pounds, I'm really happy for you, but I want to talk to you in 2 years. Or it's like everyone's like really happy in their relationship. Let's talk in 2 years.
Yeah.
So like time for me is like important. It's like one of my like things. So I'm like, let's see at the reunion.
Okay.
So I was surprised at how much Kwame and Chelsea were still very much in love that far, like 1 year later.
Yeah.
I just felt like there were like a lot of disconnect, but then I realized that I don't see the whole picture. I only see the idea my perception. My perception is based out of what I see, and they're not showing everything. They're trying to make you think a certain way.
Absolutely. Sure. I mean, your perception was based around what the producers chose to show you. They
Exactly.
actually spoke about that publicly.
Right.
Like they acknowledged and they like put out like a little compilation video of just them, and they seem very much in love.
I love them. I think that it was amazing. I really, out of everyone, Chelsea was my favorite.
Hey, me too.
So
fun fact, I was posting on Instagram about them while I was watching Love is Blind, and she responded to my Instagram.
Does she have a lot of followers? I didn't like follow.
They all do now.
Yes, that's why we need to go on a show.
And I told you. And anyways, I sent her a message. I was like, I think that you're amazing. I think you're a badass. I felt like she really set boundaries, and she was like, nope, that's not okay. She wasn't like a hee hee hoo. Do you know what I mean?
No, she was my favorite out of everyone because of that exact reason. And I was wondering how you felt about her, if you were going to be like, oh, she annoys me, but like, cause she could be someone's like, she annoys me because she's so like, but I would like fell in love. Like she was my favorite. Like I loved how she was just herself.
Yeah.
And she was like, let's talk about it. Let's communicate. Obviously we know how much I love communicating. I really liked her.
I could have done without their, photo shoot in their
I thought of that. I was like, I just wish Nana, when I was watching it, I'm like, I'm actually in the plane and I'm showing Jeff and I'm like, I can just imagine Alicia watching this. This is her nightmare. First of all, taking pictures is like your nightmare. And also like in underwear and the awkwardness of it. And I love taking pictures, but guys, I'm so sorry, but engagement pictures or whatever, c'est right for my thing. And I love lo. It's just, there's something about it, but maybe it's just, I need to get over that,
Which of the men did you find most attractive? Which of the men did you want to
bone? Do things. I really, really thought that, what was it? Paul was very good looking.
Yes.
His personality and like the things that were, I think I liked, okay, wait, I'm saying that. See, it's just my perception. No, of what they showed. I don't fucking know Paul. Okay. So physically I see him on the camera. Yes, please. Okay. But there were parts of him that I'm like, I like that he's quiet. I also felt like he's like more like, reserved and like whatever. So that obviously is a thing like that I enjoy in men. I don't like loud and like that, like that's not a partner, but I do enjoy them at a party. You know what I mean? But as a partner, I like them to be quiet so I can be loud, basically. Okay. So Paul physically, but also Marshall physically.
Right.
But Marshall a little bit more like also who he is like as a partner. I would have enjoyed. I like that he like talks about his feelings.
Okay.
What about you?
Love Paul. I thought he was great. I'm glad they didn't get married. I felt like they were not a good match.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy her.
Yeah, I think I think the way that she showed up, I feel like maybe she's struggling with like feeling like her authentic self and feeling confident in who she is. And I don't know.
I don't know either. What was happening with her friend?
Oh,
Oh, all
Gross.
of that. Yuck, yuck, yuck. And then
Yeah.
like the way they were treating Paul, and I agreed with what Paul was doing. Like he was like, I don't care about your opinion. This is ridiculous. Like it was just like, it's very interesting to me.
Okay, one last thing before we move on. How bad of
Okay.
hosts are Nick and Vanessa Lachey?
Alicia Stafford. I was like, while the reunion, I'm like, oh, they're so cringe.
So bad. She got tons of criticism for that.
C'est-tu vrai? Peachy.
Oh yeah. And he just sits there. But no, they're terrible. Love is Blind. If you were listening, you need Jay and A.
Oh my God. We would now imagine the fun. Sometimes I'm like, I'm sorry, but like just because they grew up or have a past in that industry doesn't mean that they're better than just two girls from Shediac where it's cold and gray and brown. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes,
Bring us to Seattle. We'll do it.
Ben, we imagine the fun.
Oh,
It would be so fun. Anyways, I felt like, yeah, that was so okay.
it was like
basically are the
not
same.
or it was not organic. She was not asking good questions. Like it was not good. I was like, I am upset.
I see. I definitely agree with you. I'm following all of them. I followed Paul, Kwame, and Chelsea so far.
Okay, wow. Is that what's happening right now?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing as we're talking.
It must be so hard though. They have to like do all of that, stay secret, and then a year later it all comes out. Like that's hard.
I know. Following Marshall now. Wow, it's something, huh? The minute you go on a freaking show.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Tiffany and Brett.
Okay.
Love them. Super
Love
cute.
them.
How
So
cute was
cute.
she? So cute.
Just there's
he?
nothing to
He
say
was
but love.
also top of physically. I was like,
I agree.
Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
loved, like, I felt like he was like driven and like he had his shit together.
Oh, did you see all of his things, huh?
Yeah.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah. It's like a real adult.
Yeah. I love how you just write their first name and they come up. Like if you write Jose, I don't come up. No.
No.
Oh, and then you can follow Brett and Bliss. Oh, they're all at the same place.
Yeah.
I'll follow all of Mika. Okay, I really disliked Irina,
Oh yeah.
Idana.
That didn't go well for her. She actually like filmed an official apology to the world, for her behavior.
What was like as I was watching, I'm like, she's comme la petite face.
It was mean girl style.
Mean girl style. Comme j'en croyais pas. Ça me tannait assez. I'm tannée. And I was like, how can she be doing this right now? And I'm like, oh, she's gonna regret this. You know, when it comes to haunt you, la, you think you're being funny, but it's not working, la. Peachy.
No, and she was mean to Zach.
Oh, not mean to Zach, but also to the girls. Like, I could not believe, like, qu'est-ce qu'est l'enfant? Oh, non, ça me tannait assez, là. J'étais comme, oof.
Yeah.
And Bliss was so sweet. Like, Bliss was like, and when she was saying to Zach, she comme, je la blâme pas. Like, don't take your time, you know, talking about someone else, but like, it's so bad. Like, she was so bad. Irina, what was her name?
Yeah.
She was so, like, it was so bad that it's like, you cannot not say, like, don't fucking pick shoes.
Yeah.
Bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's that bad.
I felt like Bliss was very mature as well. Like
yes,
she was
so
able
beautiful.
to like manage her emotions, be rational. Like and I find her beautiful.
Beautiful. They're all beautiful. Vraiment, I really enjoyed it. Thank you for pushing me to watch it. She's like,
thank you.
Watch it.
Thank you for watching it so we could have this conversation on the podcast. Okay, Perception. What made you think of this?
Okay, so another series, you guys, that I finished on the plane was Sex Life. Sex Life season 2, everyone, is not as sexy as season 1, but still a very good season, because now we're more season 1 is all about sex, and like you're just like basically you're having sex with your husband every night when you watch that. It's like crazy. But then season 2, you're more in with the characters, so it's more about like you're more involved in who they are, whereas season 1 you just want to see sex, and then you get involved in their characters. Anyways, they did a good job. Season 2 was great, finished great. Exactly, like kind of what you want. They know what we want. You know what I mean? They know what we want.
Interesting. Talk about Perception. People are not saying great things about season 2.
Really?
And there's no season 3. Done. Netflix is done.
Netflix is done with Sex Life.
Hold the pin on it.
I do feel like the actors could have been a bit better. And it's like Emily in Paris, bah, qu'est-ce qui se passe?
It's so bad.
I can act better. They should have changed me. You know, when they changed the actress halfway, all of a sudden, Emily in Paris arrives. She's gained a few pounds, but she's eaten a lot of bread. But come to social media. Anyways,
Yeah, it's bad.
that was bad. It was bad to the point where it's like, what did they do to him? What did they do to her? It was so odd. Okay, moving on. I personally enjoyed it. Anyways, while I was watching it, the Mike, whatever, said to the friend, wow, she did something on social media and social media didn't like it. And she's like, it'll pass, like whatever. It's just their perception. It was so taken out of context, she says. And he said, perception is reality. And I was like I always say perception is it's like everything, but everything is like, what do you mean? Perception is reality. And I was like, holy shit, that is big to me. That was a moment of like, because I find that if everyone could just realize that their perception is literally their reality, their truth, what is true to them, you know, because like, it's like for me, I think Mika or Irina is mean, but that's my perception. It becomes my truth. You know, it's what I believe in. And it is so difficult to change one's perception. Like you can, but at the same time, so easy, right? You do one thing, perception changes, you know, but it's just your perception. Like the first 5 minutes you meet someone, that's like your reality of them. Even if you don't even know them, if you don't like tune into the fact that you don't even know them, like we just said, I don't know Paul, I don't know Mika, I don't know these people. If we don't tune into that, we become that it's our reality and it's what we believe in. And then that's dangerous.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
Yeah. I mean, and we have to also respect other people's perceptions is the thing as well.
Okay.
You know, like I'm not going to fight you that you didn't like sex or that you did like Sex Life season 2. I didn't watch it.
It's really good. You should watch it.
Yeah.
But it's not like a waste of time, no. Like Emily in Paris was like a waste of time, no.
Yeah.
Like they did not give me anything I wanted. Sex Life 2, you got a lot of it.
I listened to an interesting interview by the actress, the one that played the like wife and
like the main actress?
Yes.
Okay.
And she was like kind of talking shit about it. It was interesting. And then the next day, Netflix announced that it wasn't doing a season 3. It was interesting.
So much drama. They needed a new actress. I'm too tall for it. She's like 5 feet tall.
And, you know, like she was married and then she got divorced and now she's with the guy in the show. They're together in real life. Oh my gosh. You don't know this?
I don't. I think you spend more time on social media taking in content than I do. You do for certain things. You know more things differently.
I also listen to 1 million podcasts.
That's what I mean. Content, taking in you take in more content than I take in.
100%.
That's what I mean. Not that you're like scrolling and whatever, but like you're taking in more content. You listen to more podcasts, which is content, and you know more shit. So she's with him. Is that what you're telling me?
I am. Yeah. And she was married to the guy. Did you ever watch the show Shameless?
No, but you really like that show.
I can't believe you've never watched that. That is like such an epic series.
Okay, Jeff and I will try it again, you guys. We tried it. We did a few episodes and it did not click. But sometimes, see, it doesn't click in that moment in your life where you're just like not into it. Maybe it was like summertime, and summertime we can't like stay connected to a series. But like my parents also watched all of it and they loved it. So like, I'm like, so interesting. And I said to Jeff, I'm like, Alicia and Neil watched it and they liked it. Because we don't like obviously take my parents' advice for shows.
So this guy, he played the guy.
She was married with him.
She was married with him. They have like 3 kids in real life.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Steve.
All right. Well, now you're all caught up on pop culture.
Wow. Okay. So why is this so important? Is because I think that if you do not surround yourself with different perceptions and you only stick to your little clique and and again, I'm not saying like find a new group of friends though. Okay. I just think that it's important that on the side, because perception is personal development. Perception is how you think and how you see the world. And I think that we stay so stuck, especially especially our age, and like, because we like already have our friends, we have our spouse, we have our like, it's like we have like our like little routine. We're not like really keep growing our like entourage, but we really should, because this is the perfect time to meet new people. And like, I like how they make me feel. I like how they think. I like that because I do believe that we have less and less time for our entourage as we get older. So I do feel like it's time sometimes to like look around. There are some people that you can't get rid of, though. You know what I mean? Like these are the people that's around you. But I think that that's when you go and find, especially if you want perception for weight loss, perception for success, perception for money making, perception for business. Like, that's what I mean. Like, so I think it's just a how to parent. I think it really is about like, if there's one area that you feel stuck, that you don't feel like you're progressing or growing or to evolue. And I think weight loss is one of those things. I think that a lot of people feel stuck, feel like I'm doomed for life. Well, you're not doomed for life. That's your perception. Your perception is doomed for life. Your perception of what weight loss needs to look like is doomed. Like, that is making you feeling like you're doomed for life. It's your perception of it. Yeah. But how do people, okay, how do you get to a point where you're like, I want to change my perception? Like, how does one get to that point?
I mean, I don't think anyone goes in saying, I want to change my perception. I think someone needs to have a higher level of self-awareness and says, okay, I want to improve this area of my life, and then value taking in content from and reflecting and challenging their own limiting beliefs. Like it literally has to be a choice.
Yeah. Yes. And I think that it's like, you need to surround yourself with a different way. Like, you need to surround yourself with a different perception to recognize that's a different perception. Like, that's a different way to see things. I never saw it that way.
Yeah.
And I think that it's like my perception of like, a Ferrari. Like, I'm like, why are you driving a Ferrari? Like, in my mind, I'm like, what is happening? And then Jeff is like, his perception is like the engine, the like where it comes from and the quality of it. And like, that's like the sound and like, that's what he loves from it. And I'm like, so interesting to me, because I think that you want a Ferrari to show off.
Right.
But like, you know what I mean? But Jeff is like, I'm like, you're never getting a Ferrari, yuck. Like, people will think this. And he's like, you think that. Like, people like, that's not my perception. It's like Botox. People think that the perception is like, you're going to like whatever, but like another perception could be something different.
So true.
Yeah. So it was like very interesting, because I was having a conversation with a couple, this is way back, but like, we were talking about Botox and they were talking about Ferraris. And I was like, see how like, yeah. And I was like, he did not want his wife to get Botox. Ça garde fake. Say blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I feel this way about Ferrari. He's like, no. And then he was like, the engine and whatever. I'm like, well, for us, it's like, this is like, it's just like how we show up. It changes how we feel. Like, that's not the perception that I see it, like the value behind it and like whatever. So it was like very interesting. Just perception is just like how you see things. And I think it's like, and since then I've had a different perception when I see people in Ferraris.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of people in Ferraris in Shidyak.
Interesting.
Like 5. I think that's a lot. Yes.
How much does a Ferrari cost?
It's like $350.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like a home, a really nice one.
Yeah. It's a flex for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I'm just like, wow, for a car. Come.
Yeah.
Ça commence à être intense, that there's something there. Like, you know what I mean?
Let's just hope it's not red.
And you know what? Perception is also... That's what I said to Jeff. See, ever to Ferrari, it is not red, no. White. Yeah. Anyways, but I also think that perception, like that can also be like, we talked about quick fixes and like value of money. So again, like that's your perception, like that is not worth because of your perception behind it. So if my perception is that Botox is shit, I don't want to pay $500 for it. But if I think it's great, then I want, so I don't want to pay $350,000 for a car. But if I think that it's worth that. So perception is literally, it makes you choose all the things. It's like, it is your reality. It becomes your truth. It becomes your life. It becomes how you see things. Absolutely.
Yeah. There's no question.
So with that being said, what is your perception? What do you think is people's perception of your weight loss? Like
Oh.
that makes them, their perception of your weight loss and ultimately our service becomes their reality. How can one be, their perception can be changed?
I
Like,
mean,
you know what I mean?
yeah, we can't blanket statement. Obviously, there's tons of people that have different perceptions, right? So if we asked 100 people that knew about us and said, what is your perception of this business? Or, you know, what do you think this business does? We would get lots of different answers, but we'd certainly get a theme, a trend.
Yeah.
I don't know. They probably say they've helped people lose weight, but I just don't know how.
Oh, yeah. There you go. And I think they would also, I think, and again, not everyone, obviously, but because it's never everyone. No one has, there's not one thing that everyone has the same perception on.
Yeah.
But I would say as well, like, it's they motivate people. They're really good at motivating people. They're good at maintenance. A lot of people feel like we're that program that like you go there once you lost the weight.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They don't, it's not a diet. I think that a lot of people would know we're not a diet, which is like, I'm really proud of that. I think there's really good things about the perception that we're putting out there for sure. But I do believe that I think their perception is like the how, and they just don't trust the process. Is it the trust?
Do we need to stalk people and ask them? Get their answers?
I'm definitely flirting with another documentary like in the next 5 years. That would be so fun. Something completely different next 5 years.
It was such a cool adventure. What would we do?
It was such a cool adventure. I just like really enjoy that it's out there, honestly. And I know that it's not doing, I wish that it would have a bigger impact. And I think that it can still, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But I'm like, what else can we do that would really show something, because that was showing weight loss. It was showing the diet industry. First of all, I was showing that you can lose weight eating whatever. It also was a great conversation. It was just a great conversation. But I think there's definitely other things that we can like prove by talking to people and being fun on camera.
Okay. Sounds good.
Speaking of this, I think that we need to just update before we go. So basically, you guys, your perception is your reality. Look into it. And if you feel like there are certain areas that you are not thriving, you are not achieving what you want to be achieving, with it, whether it's within your marriage, your friendships, your weight loss, your business success, perception of it is your reality of it, and it's making you behave in a certain way. Okay. Do I tell everyone that I got a second audition?
We are going straight to telling the internet.
Yeah, well, we're going to tell the internet that I sent a video last week. They downloaded it because it was like through like WeTransfer or whatever. So I saw when they downloaded it, which like my heart skipped a beat.
Is this why you Is this why you decided to tell Jeff? Because you needed help sending them a video?
Yeah, I told Jeff, no, I needed help. No, listen, he was so nice. I needed help with the lines. And what are the odds that I am Isabel in this show and he is JF? Just like Jeff. I thought that was amazing. And he did it in like 2 seconds. He was like, yeah, I have time right now. And he did the lines with me, as long as they did not see him on camera, or like basically he could read the lines. He didn't have to like remember anything. Okay. And we did the little sketch. Yeah. Now I'm just waiting. Oh my God. Imagine if I got the part.
I need to watch this.
Oh yes. Yes, absolutely. If I'm in it.
No, your audition
My
video.
little skit, absolutely not. I'm so embarrassed, but I love it though. It's funny.
Yeah, so maybe you will end up on Emily in Paris. Who knows?
Maybe José in Paris.
Yeah,
José en Paris.
José in the Bahamas.
Oh, I love it. I think we should have a reality show, and they basically Jeff said he's all for it. I'm like, imagine if we had a reality show and then they follow us and then we go see places, and then obviously just our dynamic is funny. I can be funny. He's like, okay, cool. If they want to pay the gas, he says, okay, we'll do that for them. I'm like, cool. Okay, well, thank you everyone for listening. This was another long one that it was not supposed to be. And we'll see you soon, and join our summer program, still on all of May. All right. Stop thinking about it. Your perception is everything. It is your reality. And let us work on that when it comes to weight loss. Bye.